Thursday morning coffee club. I am getting me some water ready to pour into the coffee maker, and we'll get that brewing up here. I hope you guys are having yourselves a wonderful Thursday morning. And I do believe, I don't know for a fact, I've not checked the weather forecast, but it does look like it's going to be a rainy day here. Or maybe the fog has not burned off yet. I'm not real sure. I don't know for a fact what to expect. But good morning, good morning, good morning to you all. And hi to hello, everybody. Hi to hello. Oh, boy. Well, I've got somebody who's excited about being alive this morning. Hey, sweetie. Good morning. Oh, boy, here's another one. Good morning, sweetie. You waking up there? You just waking up? Well, these girls have been conked out, and they're just now starting to get up. The door's open. You want to go TT? You want to go up there and TT? Go ahead. You go TT, okay? You're a good girl. You can do it on your own. You don't need me to go with you. You don't need me to go with you, okay? Oh, boy. But she doesn't need me to, but she wants me to. I don't need to go, sweetie, okay? I hope you all are having yourselves a wonderful... So Ritzy and Stella have gone back to bed. Trixie heard me turn the light on, and she runs down the stairs to see what I'm doing. And I'm just making myself some coffee, sweetie. I'm just making myself some coffee, okay? But the door is open here. I've opened the door because normally when I wake up, they'll go outside and TT. They'll sometimes come right back in, which is fine. But this morning she's like, says, Dad, I just had bad dreams. I didn't need you to hold me this morning. So I will hold her this morning, okay? I'll just hold her for a little bit. Just know if you see me like petting and you can't see where my hands are at, it's Trixie. I'm petting on Trixie, okay? That's just Trixie's what I'm rubbing on. All right, Trixie. Just want to clarify that. I can't see a darn thing, so I will grab me a pair of glasses here in a second or so. First, though, let me pop my anti-aging pills. I still can't tell if they're doing a darn thing for me. I'm sure they're not. I'm sure it's just some kind of a... You know how they can sucker you in by promising you all of these things? They probably just suckered me in and promised me all of these wonderful things are going to happen. And I'm like a fool just waiting. And you want to go out? Oh, hold on. I'm waiting and waiting. Come on. Come on, sweetie. Look, I'll stand here with you. Look, I'll stand here. Baby, do you want to go or not? No? All right, well, I'm not going to stand here the whole time. I'm not going to stand and watch you go TT. I'm not going to do that. So that's just weird. That's just kind of weird. There comes Ritzy. That's a good girl. Go out there and TT, Ritzy. We got one good girl here. Poor baby moves slow. Go ahead, love. Go do your thing. That's a good girl. Trixie, why don't y'all go with her? Don't make her go by herself, Stella. You want to go TT, Stella? Do you want to go TT, sweetie? Don't you want to go out there and TT right quick, baby? Come on, I'll walk with you. She's like, no, I just want to stand here and watch you, Daddy, because I love you. All right, well, there's Rita and Gemma. Over there by the gate is Roman. I'm coming, but I'm having my coffee first. I have to have a cup of coffee before I can get moving. They know that. They already know that about me. There's the little bulls. I'll zoom in. There's the little fellas standing there by their feed buggy. This morning, I have to go in there and put a water trough, guys. I have to go put a water trough in there with them. And I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. But it's going to require my spanky stick for sure. And I will do all of that before I leave this morning. Now, you don't have to be a part of that with me. You can, by all means, get back to what you're doing. I'm going to go and get that coffee poured up. Hello darkness, my best friend. I hope you Oh boy, it's nice and dark. That's good. That looks really good. That looks really, really good to me. I'm closing the door, Redzy. I don't want flies coming in. We're having a horrible issue here in Texas with these darn flies. They're like house flies, but they're bad. They're everywhere. And do not believe for a moment, this is my beard cream, do not believe for a moment that putting underarm deodorant all over your face helps much. Someone says you need more deodorant. I wear deodorant in the right places, okay? I wear deodorant where deodorant is called for. But I'm not going to wear deodorant all over my face and forehead, and I'm not going to do that. Okay, now, last thing that I need are a pair of glasses. I know I saw 3 pair right over here. I'm going to bring all 3 pair over because there's no need to have glasses there by the sink. Now, they're all the exact same, so there's no need trying to pick and choose which one I'm going to wear. I'll just put on the first pair. I'm going to rinse them off. Teresa Loretta. Now I can see you. Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. The fountain of youth. At our ages, we'll try anything. Coffee clinks to you all. Good morning and happy Thursday. Clink, clink. I hope that you guys are off to a beautiful start this morning. I know nothing about what's going on in the world. I woke up with my alarm, 6:45, and surprisingly, I did not even press snooze. All I did was went and checked the usual. I always check the bank. When I first wake up in the morning, I always go to my bank's website and make sure that there's money in the bank. That's like the first thing that I do. Then I'll sometimes go by and see what's going on with other people's videos who've made videos this morning, like Jamie, my dad, whatever, if I feel like laying around. But this morning, I know I have a pretty big morning. There's some things I have to get done over here. And then I can't spend the entire morning here. Jamie needs me back over there as well. There's things going on back at home. So another busy day. And then I did take a load of materials over to Jake a couple of days back. However, that ground over there is very wet. I took Jake's lawnmower and I had to mow across the spot where I'm going to be working at. And there were places I could not get his riding lawnmower. So that tells you right there, there's no way to get a tractor or anything else over there. And guys, I'm not trying to put Jake off. I'm trying to do my part to be a good uncle and to help him out. But if you can't get to certain spots, you just can't get to them. And I'm not really able to drive. I mean, I could drive as close as I could, but that means picking up these posts one at a time and carrying them, sloshing them through wet, muddy ground. And that's just not something that I'm able to do. And could I have done it at some point in my life and just kept on going? Sure. But at this point, I just can't do it. Just can't do it. But I have an interesting video today coming up at noon. I've been very unsettled about what happened here yesterday, and not real sure exactly if if I mean, I'm sure things like this happen all the time, but it's just very unsettling to know it happened so close to home. And so we'll talk about that at noon. Like always, I'd love to get your comments and your reactions, anecdotal stories. If you have something similar or something in your life that you can make a connection to, if you have advice to me on what I should do in the situation, all of those things are always welcome. Well, that's why we have a hard time. I can't talk about it now. I can talk a little bit about what stresses me, but I told you yesterday that we had people on our property, and my neighbor here, Mr. Curtis, was the first one to alert me to it. But I'm not here all day, and that's just so scary to know that without me being here, there were people on the property, because like I said, they had gone to the wrong pasture. You could have all kinds of problems. You know, this happened, something similar happened a while back. Do y'all remember we had I don't know if it was a hurricane or just a bad storm come through here. And one day I was standing here at the back fence, and I looked up and I saw a four-wheeler, an ATV, a little motorcycle ATV driving across the back of my pasture. And I'm like, the hell? And so I jumped in my side-by-side and drove down, and come to find out it was the guys who run the power line. And there was a power outage, and they were trying to find and clean up all of the power lines. So I know that people have access. They have a right-of-way, and they're able to come onto your property if they're trying to work on whatever their right-of-way is. So in that case, there were no limbs on my actual property, but those power lines do cut across the back of my property. And so they have a gate back there with their own lock, and they have a way to come all the way across. So it's still scary though, because like I said, I am very serious about, once these baby birds hatch, these ostrich babies, I would like to bring all of the big birds over here. I do. We need to get into that pasture and get it cleaned up. It needs to have a disc. And this is what the ag department, or the ag extension office, told us. We need to go into that pasture and disc it. You know what a disc is. Just disc it all up. And then I don't think we're going to need to put down more lime. I just think that we're going to have to disc it all up. That will help kind of weed it all out, and then plant a good grass. We need to actually buy the kind of grass that we need. I don't know exactly what time of year we're supposed to plant the right kind of grass. Good morning, everybody. Someone says, please say my name. Fine. Deb, Jennifer, Lisa, Dawn, Wanda, Jennifer again, Gabby, Marianne, Sharon, Lindsay. You want to hear your name? Jennifer Spencer, Rebecca R.N. I like me some Rebecca R.N. Rebecca R.N. I'm guessing that she's a registered nurse. Rebecca, are you a nurse? Miss Rebecca, are you a nurse? I need to know all of these details. I am waiting to see if Rebecca is in fact a registered nurse. Can anyone see Rebecca's comment? Bree, Carol, Debbie. Debbie, go grab your coffee, Debbie Bryson. Come on, Miss Debbie. Isn't Debbie the lady from Canada, and we've met her a few times before? I think that's Debbie Bryson. Debbie, I believe you're from Canada, and we've met you before. Darn it, did I miss Rebecca? Is Rebecca an RN, like a registered nurse? And now they're flying by. Rebecca RN just says B, the letter B, with a hand, a big pink hand, and a heart. Rebecca, that does not answer my question at all. You know what Rebecca's doing? Rebecca is probably reading the comments and not hearing a darn thing that I'm saying. Mouse says that Rebecca is retired. So she's a quitter then. Just be honest. She's a quitter. So Rebecca is a quitter like I am. Wait, do I see a new member? Okay, so Bree says, new member Becca is a retired L&D RN, labor and delivery registered nurse. All right. That's wonderful. It's always nice to know who you're talking to, okay? Bree says, I don't know why it says a new member. Quitter. She's not new. I've known Rebecca RN. I've never met her, but she's the one who is having to back it up almost daily. She has to back it up almost daily. Oh no, Bree is copying and pasting. Hands up to the Quitters Club. Come on, y'all. If you're a quitter, which means you're retired, officially retired, hands up. Yes, Bree knows the emoji for that back it up club. Bree? Come on, look at all the hands that are waving. Look at all of us quitters, y'all. Look at all of us quitters. Quitters and proud of it. I get my check any day now. So here's what's going to happen. Teacher retirement will send out checks on the last working day of the month. So, for example, today what's today's date? So what day was the last working day of the month? The last working day, meaning Friday, Monday through Friday. I'm just trying to figure out what day they sent. So today's the 3rd, and it's Thursday. That means that Monday was the 30th, which means that they would have mailed checks out on Monday. So I bet you I will have that check in the mail today. If not, it'll be here very soon. It may have came yesterday. I did not even check mail yesterday. So the way that my retirement works, Teacher Retirements of Texas is who sends me my check, and they send out checks the last working day of the month. And then in case you're saying, wait a minute, Lester, you just got paid 2 weeks ago. Well, hold on. That was because that was for the month prior, because I did all my paperwork and officially did all my paperwork the month prior. So I got that, they sent that check a little bit. They sent that first check, even though it wasn't on the official, it's okay. Anyway, I will be taking my second teacher retirement check to the bank. Hey, y'all want to go with me again? Y'all want to go to Captain D's? Oh no, did I go earlier than 7:15? Drake says, good morning, Lester. Well, good morning to you, Drake. Yes, I took you all to lunch last time. And if we do that today, however, I don't think that I can today. Jamie's going to need me. I don't know if Jamie's talked about it. So I have to always be careful not to say something that Jamie's going to, yeah, let's go to Long John Silver's this time, though. Let's go back to Long John Silver's. I did not care for Captain D's as much. I don't want to say anything, but we do have someone coming to the house today. I'm seeing if you guys will say it before I have to say it. Someone says, no, please, let's go to Olive Garden. Heck, I'll go there too, y'all. I'll go there. I'll go to Olive Garden. I don't care anymore. Okay, so you all know that there is a that the fella is coming out. Okay, thank you. Yes, we do have a vet coming out to see Val. Now, this is at Dr. Modesto. He's the same one that came out and did all of those wonderful things with Vu. Okay, so that's who's coming out to see Val, and that will be happening today. And so I may have to be around for that. I may have to be around to help. I don't know that for a fact, but the reason that I have to sometimes be there is not because they actually need my help, but because Jamie has to go in and do a phone call. And, you know, if she has to do a phone call because she's officially working, I have to be there to kind of be the gopher for the vet. So he was a wonderful doctor, very well spoken. I think that he might be Brazilian. He's from another country, but just a very brilliant doctor. Just so smart. So, yeah, I think that Jamie just wants to kind of know different angles and different perspectives on Dr. Modesto. Sounds like he's a supervillain. Yeah, he does. Like he's a supervillain. I think that Jamie wants to know every angle on Val's knee and hip area. And we've had the chiropractor look at her. We've had a vet, but not x-rays, not all the official things. And Dr. Modesto works out of his van. That sounds weird. He works out of his van that is set up like a portable vet. So they can do x-rays and all kinds of things on the road. And that would allow us to be able to take care of Val and not have to take her in. Now, the scary thing is if Dr. Modesto tells us that he recommends something like surgery or something like that, that means, well, you know what that means. That we got our fingers crossed there's nothing like that with Val. But and he does. Dr. Modesto does in fact travel very long distances. He's just a wonderful human being. But I'm going to tell you about Dr. Modesto, and I think I told you guys this before. We talked about it maybe on a live, Jamie and I together. He reminds me so much, as far as his work practice and his work ethic, of Dr. House. You may remember that TV show called House MD. And Dr. House was quite the asshole. He was quite, I don't think anyone in life would have been a friend to Dr. House because he was just such an asshole. But he was an asshole because he was suffering with pain. And he was but he loved his work. And Dr. House loved his work so much that he just could not accept the status quo. He had to always go out and do above and beyond to figure out, the root cause of things. He didn't just throw you a prescription painkiller and say, here you go, hope this helps. No, he would always look and search and try to discover the root cause of issues and address the root cause of an issue instead of just giving you the painkiller or just giving you the antibiotic. He wanted to find the root cause. And Dr. Modesto was that way with Vu. He wanted to try to keep Vu around longer to study him and to figure him out. But he said he could not drive. He wanted to take Voodoo with him and put Voodoo there at his property. And we're like, wait, no. So there were some things that Dr. Modesto wanted to do with Voodoo, but he could not do it here at our home. He said it was just too far, 2-hour drive. He could not do that. He wanted to take Voodoo with him and have him taken over to his property, to his little ranch, and let Voodoo there and see if he could find a way to treat him. But Jamie and I thought that was just not, we did not want Voodoo to be a test dummy and continue to live in pain. So, but anyway, Dr. Modesto is coming out today, and we'll see how all of that goes. We got our fingers crossed that we can figure out that what we need with Val. Tam says doctors today are very quick to write prescriptions for pain meds. Yeah, I would agree with that. I'll tell you a funny story. So you want to hear a funny story? This is personal, but it's funny. I went to, so you guys know that I go to my doctor on a regular basis, and for the last couple of years, I've been getting hormonal testosterone because my testosterone levels are low. Okay, fine. It's no big deal. I've not made it a secret. It's nothing I'm embarrassed about. Yeah, it's a little bit embarrassing. Aging itself is embarrassing, but you can't hide the fact that you age. But I was trying to find me a closer, more local doctor. And so I went ahead and went to a doctor's office here locally. And when I did all of my paperwork, I talked about, okay, Tracy Lynn, you have to let everyone know that Lester gets pellets up his ass. That's not really how it works, Tracy. Not really, even though aging... Can I tell my story? Can I just tell my story? You all gonna make fun of me for having to bend over for the doctor. Okay, let me just tell my story, okay? Tracy, I know where you live. Uh-huh. I don't really know where she lives, but I know her and her husband, okay? And her husband's the fellow who had the heart surgery a while back. And I think he's doing fine. I've not talked to Tracy in a couple of days. Tracy, how's your husband doing? Tell us all how your husband is doing. And y'all stop putting that butt emoji on here. That's not how it is. That's not how I back it up. That's not how Lester backs it up. It's the peach emoji, but it looks like the buttocks of a good-looking woman. Tracy, we're looking to see how your husband is doing so I can move on with my story. Elvis is, Lord, Lord, Lord. I know, Elvis. I feel the same way. Scotty has a birthday today. Today's Scotty's birthday. Do the worm, Lester. Do the inchworm. Y'all stop putting them peaches on here, Jessica. It's not like that. That's not... Okay, Tracy says, he's doing great with a bunch of exclamation points. He's cleared to drive again. Well, Tracy, this is to you and to your wonderful husband. Now, let me tell my story. Gosh darn it, I got a story to tell you about a doctor. And then I'll play the kazoo, and then we'll get out of here. Tanya, take it up. Dan from Oz. Y'all. I thought I could try to find me a local doctor who would be able to do all the things that I do from my family doctor, but do it much closer without me having to drive so darn far. Because the doctor that I use is still way down past Plum Grove. And you guys know I have a couple of prescriptions that I've been prescribed for sleep, anxiety, depression, and then, of course, the testosterone when I need it. So I get blood work drawn pretty regular, and they tell me when it's time for more testosterone. So I go to this new doctor who's a young guy, very young. So he has no idea. This guy has no idea. But he's the kind of doctor who's trying to find a way to get you off of the prescriptions. So you have to admire that. So when I go in and I do all my paperwork and I sit down and I finally get a chance to meet the doctor, he's some young cocky guy who walks in there. He takes my chart and he flips into it. And the first thing that he says to me, he goes, let's not do testosterone. Instead, I'm going to ask that you go home, join a gym, and make sure that you focus on squats. You hear me correctly. You hear me correctly. He was not going to give me the testosterone. Instead, he was going to ask me to go home, join a gym, and do squats. Focus on squats. That's where you put the bar across your neck and you go down and push it back up, and down, push it back up, down and push it back up. And I says, Doc, I have bad knees. So now he wants to address my knees. And so my knees might not really be my knees at all. It's probably the way I'm sleeping. Now listen, time out. I says, you don't understand. I says, I'm not able to do squats. And I says, I don't even have time to go to the gym. I says, I work. And so this doctor, guys, I'm not trying to knock the doctor himself. I just think it's his style. Whatever style of medicine he came up in has tried to teach him to not just throw a prescription across the aisle for sleeping, for pain, for testosterone, for hormones, for whatever else. He wanted me to go home, join a gym, and he goes, you can fix your testosterone yourself. Someone says that's called holistic medicine. I don't know. And so as I'm trying to argue with him, he goes, you should do your own research. And that's when I got mad. And I says, I pay you. You're the doctor. You do the research. And I'm like, my blood count shows that I'm due for a testosterone boost. So the research says, give me a testosterone boost. The insurance pays for it if my testosterone is a certain level. So why don't you just give me the testosterone boost? Oh, no. He wanted me to go home and do squats. That's what he wanted me to do, y'all. He wanted me to go home and start doing squats every day. Now, don't get me wrong. Doing squats every day would probably be a great workout for someone who's younger, who's fit, who has good knees. I watch my brother-in-law, Laramie, do squats on his TikTok all the time. That's not what I want to go do every day. There ain't no way I want to sit there and wrap my knees up and start screaming and hollering and that, you know, Laramie may have amazing testosterone and he probably has buns of steel, but he's also 25 years old, okay? He's 25 years old. If you've not seen Laramie do that, you should watch. It's kind of comical. It is. It's kind of comical. That's Brienne's husband, okay? I love Brienne. That's my niece. That's her husband. And Laramie is all into bodybuilding, but he videos himself screaming, hollering, doing squats, doing push-ups, and just beating himself into the gym, which I don't get me wrong, boy, if I could have Laramie's upper body, have me them chest and them shoulders, and just have that thing that comes off of me right here, that would be great. But that was Lester from a long time ago. That's not Lester right now. And where I find myself in life right now is not a guy who wants to go join a gym, find me a couple of buddies who I can scream with, and wrap up my knees and start pushing weights. So anyway, let's just say that I ended up leaving that doctor, and now I just take a long drive to go see my family doctor who I've seen for years and years and years. All right? So, is it true that little Scotty has a birthday today? Did anyone see anyone else with a birthday? I can go ahead and get that birthday song going. And then for the lady, it was a few comments back who said that she Googled my song, and she says it's very deep. She never realized how deep that song was. That song is deep, y'all, but I think a lot of your songs, I went back and watched the replay last night of all of you guys talking about your theme songs, and I feel like there's a lot of you guys with theme songs that are very, very deep. Yes, Gigi Kathy, I hope you're just kidding. I think that Kathy is kidding, but she says, Lester, you should just talk to your mom and turn it over to Jesus. Guys, you want me to turn my testosterone over to Jesus? Lord, could you please help me wake up in the morning revving to go? Come on, Lord. I don't think Jesus works that way, y'all. I don't think Jesus or God, with all of these world problems to work on, wants to look down and give me the zapper power to wake up revving to go, if you know what I mean. I don't think Jesus works that way, okay? I'm sorry, ladies. I'm so sorry that Jesus don't help a man wake up revving to go, if you know what I mean. Okay? So why am I going to turn it over to Jesus? Jesus, help me with my testosterone levels. Lord, I'm going to turn it over to you, Lord. Help me with my testosterone. Help me get that boost. Boom, boom. Let me boost, Lord. Guys, come on. Jesus don't do stuff like that. If you think Jesus does stuff like that, I might as well go to the Pentecostal church and have them pray for me again. You want me to go to the Pentecostal church, sit there in the pew, when the song leader is sitting there dancing around and he looks over at me, come on, brother, I know why you're here. We're going to lay hands on you and give you back the zest that you would like to have. We're going to give you back your youth. Come on up. Y'all want me to walk up to that church, put my hands in the air for Jesus, and they're going to lay their hands on me where? Where are they going to lay their hands on me? Think about that for a minute. They ain't going to lay hands on me over there to give me a boost. People, you want me to have prayer to get the boost? No. I don't think Jesus does that. Okay, put your hands on me, everybody. I'm just going to lay here and... You think I'm going to feel the Holy Ghost down there? And say hallelujah? You think the Holy Ghost is going to work on me down there? Lord, 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 he ain't, y'all. The Holy Ghost ain't going to work on you like that. That's funny. I hope that we have some Brits walking this morning. I hope the Brits are watching, because those Brits will be getting my humor. A lot of the Americans be like, Lester's being gross again. Lester's being gross. But not them Brits. Them Brits be having their cup of tea and they're just going to be laughing their asses off right now. Susan, did you watch Lester this morning? Funny chipper chap, ain't he? Just a chippery chap. Anywho, so the Aussies and the Brits are laughing, maybe even the Irish, but no one else gets my humor. No one else gets my humor, but boy. So no, I will not be turning over my testosterone issues to my mom for prayer, and I will not be going back to the Pentecostal church for prayer, because how embarrassing would that be to have to announce to the people that you're here for prayer because you want to get your morning, you miss your morning wood. That's appropriate. Canada gets it too. What happened to us Americans? What happened to us Americans, y'all? How come the Canadians, the Brits, and the Aussies get us, but us Americans are so tight-lipped and can't smile or laugh about nothing? Can't laugh or smile about anything anymore. Thank God for people around the world that still have a sense of humor, okay? And some of you Americans get it. Some of you Americans, someone said, someone just says Lester wants to rise and shine. Y'all need to stop making fun of me. Because right now you're all mocking me. Right now every one of y'all are getting a good laugh at my expense, okay? You're getting a good laugh at my expense. Where's Rebecca RN? She's a nurse. She can put you all straight with the medical terminology. Thank you for anyone who's not laughing at me, okay? But I will say that kind of made me laugh. That Pentecostal church reference of me having to ask for prayer, because they'll put their hands on you, y'all. They put hands all over my knees. They had hands all over my legs that day, and that felt actually pretty good. But I would not want to go ask them to pray for me for other parts, okay? Okay. Let's see if we can hum out this birthday song. Who else has a birthday here, huh? Who else has a birthday today? Thank you to the folks in the UK, Canada, and Australia for still having your sense of humor. I know that your system is as shot as everybody else's. The world's falling apart, but you guys have still found a way to laugh. Our world's falling apart, and we're all sulking and pouting everywhere. Now, we Americans need to grow up a little bit and learn to laugh, because life is short. Okay. Scott, Rachel, Scotty and Rachel. I hope Scotty's awake. If I was a kid his age, I would not be awake right now. So his mom will have to play this for him a little bit later. Well, that's all I see is 2. Now, they're going by pretty fast. All right, well, I hope that Scotty's mom can get him up to hear his birthday kazoo. All right, Scotty and Rachel, and anyone else who I may have missed, because I do miss a lot. Here we go. And many more. Your pants are tore. Go to the store and buy some more. Now, while you're there, wash your hair. Just don't forget your underwear. Happy birthday to you guys. And for anyone with an anniversary, we're very blessed to have you here this morning. I want to try something real fast. This is the kazoos I've been using, but I think I may have blown out. I'm going to just do a test run on this one over here. This is a practice test run. Look at my hand. Look at the shakes. I got the shake so darn bad this morning. You see that? I didn't realize it. Guys, I'm trying to hold my hand as steady as I can. I got the shake so bad this morning. All right, let me try this again. So these two have a very different sound to them. You hear that? I'm making the exact same hum, but the sound that comes out of these is different. I feel like there's more of a rackety echo to this one over here. The green one might sound a little bit better, but I do know that these kazoos come with a replacement. Look, this here is a replacement for that piece right inside there. I've not replaced any of them yet, but I'm guessing that over time, that part right there will go bad. So the green one, I think, is in fact sounding a little bit better. Maybe I've been blowing on the other one too long. Maybe it's all blown out. Yes, it's a bit twangy. That's good. All right, well, my coffee's done. Are you guys ready to head outside for a little bit? Today is Thursday, so we're not competing with time with my dad. My dad does not go live on Thursdays, so it's just us for a little bit. I will make the girls come out too. And I hope that the bulls, they haven't gone very far. I want those bulls to go far enough away so as I can take that Blue Lagoon water trough and pull it over there into their pasture. I want to do that. So I have a few chores that I want to get done. You're welcome to join me, but at any point of this live, when you've had enough, go ahead and just say your goodbyes to your friends and jump on off, okay? Because I'll have the live going for a little bit. I don't know how much I can do in that bullpen, but I got to get that Blue Lagoon over there. They're making a mess with their water troughs, and I'm just tired of it. And then I said that the reason I'm moving the Blue Lagoon is because the horses are too dirty. The horses walk over and rinse their mouth in the Blue Lagoon, and that water's getting dirty way too fast. So what I decided to do was take the Blue Lagoon over and try it out in the bullpen. Let's hope the bulls don't push it around until once it's full of water, they won't be able to. But and then we'll start filling it up, and I hope that the bulls will keep it cleaner. All right. So you guys ready to head on over? Also, it's 500 gallons, and like I've always told you guys, I don't have as big of a fear of a 500-gallon running out of water like I do a fear of, them with their 150 gallons. Alrighty, so I'm done with this. I am taking my glasses off and my cap, and now we're going to all be heading out. I'll get me a different hat to wear. I'm going to also put on these tennis shoes because, ouch! Guys, I just got stung. I just got stung. Look, tell me what it is. That thing right there just bit me. That thing was in my shoe. What is that? Is that it? It flies. That thing right there just bit me. What is that? Can anyone tell me what that is? It just stung me right on the thumb as I put my thumb into my shoe. Does anyone know what that thing is? Gosh darn it. Well, that hurted. I hope there's not an entire nest in there. Does anyone know what that bug is? Here it is. Where'd it go? It's too blurry. What is that thing? Where'd it go? I lost it. That's just a fly. That thing stung me. I hope it was only one. I hope it was only one of them. And I'm going to be fine. But I just don't know what that was. Isn't that weird that it's inside the house? Like inside the RV. It stung me. My shoes were sitting right here by the door. I took them off. I think I wore these shoes yesterday or the day before yesterday. The day that I got them wet. Remember that day I got them wet? And I took them off outdoors that same day. I let them dry overnight and the next day. And then I brought them inside so critters would not get inside of them. But a critter got inside of them anyway. Let me get me a cap, please. All right, I'm fine. I promise you, I'm fine. All right, that coffee was delicious. Oh, I washed dishes last night. Looky there. Lester washed dishes. Now, my first cup in the sink. I'll just run some water into that so it won't stain it. And I'll clean that up a little bit later. But I washed dishes. And then, all right, what we're going to do first is go all the way out and feed the horses. Hey, sweetie, you want to come back inside? You want to come in? No? All right, let's walk over first and feed our horses. And then we will, so I need those bulls to like walk away. If those bulls could walk to the other end of the pasture, that would make my life a whole lot easier. But they may not. And then I'm gonna have to drag that blue water trough out of there and drag it across to the little bullpen. Somehow get it over the fence. So it's gonna be a challenge this morning. We're gonna get a nice sweat going. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. Yeah, by the time this day's over. So guys, I will tell you right now, I'm not gonna be able to have the time this morning to grab the side-by-side and go feed muffins. If you're only here hoping to see that, I'm not going to do that this morning. I'm not gonna be able to. I have too many jobs to get done here, and like I said, I have to leave here earlier than normal. I would normally hang around here till about 9, but I need to get this water trough set up. Well, you know what? I might have time, because once I start that water trough filling up, it's going to take darn near an hour to fill up anyway. It's going to take that water trough a while to fill up. There comes Gemma. She sees me. She heard me, and she is so excited about having her a morning snack. Oh, she didn't come out and meet me. So for anyone who did not see the live last night, I did park the horse trailer inside this big barn, because on those days when I come over and work with Rita and Gemma, I'm going to try to get them to practice loading and unloading on a regular basis. Jamie and I were so impressed with how wonderful Val and Talus loaded. And I think that the last time I made a video, when I went live a while back with Prim, you all saw how easy she loaded. But I will say, not all of our horses load that easily. And so we've been advised, well, Mr. Rick talks about it, the importance of practicing loading and unloading, because your horses, if you practice that, it'll become part of their routine. And it won't be near as hard on those days you have to. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hey, Rita. Hi, sweetie. Put your ears pretty, okay? Rita. It doesn't have to be like that, Rita. Let me turn off the lights in here. Hold on, Roman. I'm going to turn off these lights. We don't need lights on all day, do we, bud? You don't need lights on during the day. All right, let me get around here and get your food, okay? And then I would like to put this tripod down. What I'm gonna try to do is walk over here, maybe have it facing this other direction. Maybe no one will mess with it if it's over here. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh my lordy, Lester. Oh lordy, Lester. Okay. All right, you can all go into your rooms. I will get your feet ready. But we can't be mean to each other, okay? You can all go into our rooms. We have our practice. Oh, good girl, Rita. Get in that room. Get him, get back. Do not start that kicking. Don't start that kicking. Yeah. Here you go, sweetie. There, my baby. I got you extra. Look, I got you extra. Here, I got you so much extra. There you go. I got you so much extra. Good girl. I'm going to close this door, okay? You stay put for a little bit, all right? That was not too bad, actually. Does anyone know, can anyone tell everybody else why I feed Rita last? Is there anybody who can let us know why I prefer to feed Rita last? Don't be shy, baby. So I'm not sure if you're able to see it or not, but I do feed Rita last because if I feed her before I feed anybody else, then what she's been known to do is start being defensive of her food. And all the other animals who walk by her stall, she'll start kicking at them. And I have heard her, I've seen her kick the side of her stall so hard, like kick the metal, kick the kickboard, and I'm afraid it's going to hurt her. I do think that she has kicked the side of her stall so hard, trying to kick the other horses away, that I feel like she could actually injure herself. And so what I try to do is feed Rita last, even though it's not fair, but I want to let Rita be able to eat and not have everyone else bother her. Not have her so upset. All right, give me one moment. I need to run grab a tool and take off my drain hose. So like I said, guys, this is where Lester starts doing a little bit of a chore. This is the part of the live that a lot of people are like, you know what? I've seen the animals, seen me some horses. I think I've seen enough. I'm about to head on out, and that's fine. I don't blame you. You got a lot of things to do. You got places to go. What I'm gonna do though is get my tool, take off that drain hose, and then drag that blue water trough out front to the bulls. I don't know how I'm gonna do this because they're all standing around. But and then I will try to get the water, get the darn thing rinsed out a little bit. And once it's all rinsed out, I'll start filling it up. Got to look out for snakes here, because you know we've caught 2 snakes over around here. Oh boy, looky here. Somebody or something has gotten into the cat food overnight. Pulled the cat food down. It's on the ground. It's been unraveled. So something has been in this room, which means I'm going to be moving extra slow. Something has also knocked that baby bottle, that calf bottle, off the top shelf, meaning something was walking around back behind it. All right, I don't see anything that can bite me. I'm just looking for any snakes. I do not want to get bit by a snake. Okay, so I don't see anything that's going to bite at me. I think I need this right here. Yes, I got the tool that I need. So that has to be more of those darn raccoons. Guys, this place has so many raccoons and squirrels. But what I'm noticing just from my video surveillance is that it's the raccoons doing all the stuff. It's not the squirrels. The squirrels are being pretty good. Even though you guys keep saying that squirrels can be more destructive than what I realize, it's the raccoons going through the trash, getting into everything. So we're gonna have to at some point figure out what to do with our raccoon. I tried to trap and relocate. Okay. You guys give me a moment here. We're gonna take off this drain. All right, now we're gonna have to pour this out. I wanna get that water out of there. Get all that water out of there. You guys can't see anything, can you? Is that better? All right, come on. I'm going to come back for my drill and my drain hose. I gotta drag this over here to the bullpen pasture. And since I cannot go through their gate, oh, they're watching me like a hawk. They think this is their next blue barrel. Darn it. Let me get my tool out of there just in case I forget. Ritzy, you might want to come on out of here, sweetie. Ritzy. All right, I will come back for the drain. I need my tool out of here though. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is drag this blue water trough all the way over to the bullpen. And then we're gonna hope that these bulls don't mess with it while I'm getting it all cleaned out. You guys hold on, okay? I gotta switch hands. Anyone think they might know how heavy this darn thing is? It's heavy. Trust me, it's heavy. I got a break. I need a little bit of a breather. I hope that these bulls don't mess with me or this water trough till I get it all set up. But they look like they're in bad moods. Someone says, you can do it, put your back into it. Thank you for the encouragement. You can do it, put your back into it. You can do it, put your back into it. Put your back into it. This is not a blue barrel. This is not a blue barrel. God, we're almost there. This is not a blue barrel. I'm gonna have to put you guys down for a minute over here. Alrighty. All right. I'm gonna put you right there. This is not a game. We do not want this. We don't want this water trough pushed all around the pasture. Okay? So let's talk about this over here for a minute. Yeah, that doctor says go join a gym and do squats. Okay, so what are y'all thinking? We could put it down right here underneath the barn. Might be a good spot for it. Or we know what we could do. Now, of course, it's wet right now because they knocked over their water trough. How many of y'all think we should put it right over here under the tree? Not all the way under the tree, but right about where my finger's touching right over there. That area looks pretty flat. The only problem with that over there, well, it would get shade. It would get shade all the way till about noon. And then it's gonna get sun from noon till about 4 or so. But I think that by the tree over here might be a little bit smarter, and I'll tell you why, because the ground is not level here at all. With all of this hay, there's no level spot here whatsoever. And if that pool is not set where it's fairly level, and then secondly, to have water over here, I'm gonna need an extension on my water hose. Now, I have the extra hose. Hey, Chucky. I do have the extra hose, so that's not a problem. But if I do it over there, one hose will be plenty. Because don't forget, my water line comes in right over here. So if you guys are okay with this, I'm gonna go ahead and put the blue water trough right over here, about where my finger's pointing. It looks to be pretty level. And I think that might be the best place to put it. Hi, Waylon. Good morning. Hey, Waylon. Morning, bud. I hope you guys are doing well. Okay, Waylon, I'm going to put this thing over the fence here. I'm going to ask you guys not to mess with it, which I know is a big ask. But that's going to be a big ask. Okay, I'm going to go over the fence. Right about where that blue step is at. Okay, so now I have to go in. So you guys bear with me. I will take the spanky stick. Let's hope to God it works. I will stay close to the fence just in case it doesn't. All right, and then let me turn on the water first. I'm gonna walk over here, turn on the water, then I'll make my way inside there with my spanky stick. I need 2 minutes. Now, like I said, guys, I'm just working. This is a job I'm doing. Right now, there's no loving on animals, there's no muffins, there's no horsies, and all the cute stuff. So if you've only come for the animal antics, we're about done with that part of the video. I will just wish you a happy day and see you at noon on the video. But for right now, we have to get the water trough filled up, okay? Let me go get my water turned on before Waylon takes off with it. Waylon! 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 Stop! Stop it! No! Get away from there! Get out of there! Gosh, darn it! Gosh darn it, he's already moving it. Oh man, I need it to fill up more because he's already trying to move it. And he is pushing it out of the way, and we do not want that. Why are you laughing? Why are you all laughing? There's nothing funny about that. Guys, why are you laughing? A man risks life and limb to try to give these bulls a fresh source of water. And tell you what, as soon as I drop it off to start filling it, Waylon goes in there and starts pushing it around like it's some kind of a game. And this is no game. Don't even come over here towards me, little bulls. Waylon is trying to flip it over. Go, Lord. Go. Waylon's like, I'd rather it be over here more. If we can move it over here into the shade, get back. Get back. If we can move it over here, better. Well, you know what? I'm actually okay with that right there. Guys, believe it or not, I'm actually okay with this. It's still level. It's still level. As long as the water's filling level and not like, I do think that we have more on this end over here, which is the bad thing. But the bulls are just thirsty. So I'm gonna try to, it may be too heavy for me to pull back now. I'm gonna try. Look out, Prince, hold on. This end is too high. Okay, so what I've done, I tried to push the water trough back far enough to where the water is rising level. And you know, don't forget, water's always gonna be level. Water's level. And so what I'm looking at the bottom of the water line looks to be the exact same all the way around. It might be a little dab deeper over on, I'll walk away. He's thirsty. He's just thirsty. And we'll fill this up. And once it gets heavy enough, they can't move it. Right now they can. Waylon can. So Waylon wanted me to move it further over here, but the ground here is not level at all. And then hopefully this will work. Come and get a drink, Waylon. I'll leave you alone. But don't try to move the barrel. Don't try to move it out of the way. It needs to stay right where it's at. He's like, boy, this water's gonna be good, Prince Willie Joe. We're gonna have a lot of water now. We're gonna have so much water now. Dad's taking good care of us. No more of those stinky water troughs, because that's not enough for big bulls like us, Prince Willie Joe. We need a lot of water because we're big and it's hot. But Willie Joe's, my neck won't stretch, Waylon. My neck is too short. I have a short, stocky neck. And my tongue's not long enough neither, Waylon. Waylon, like, you need to grow up. You need to stop being a baby and grow up. Stop being a big milk baby. Guys, look at the gonads on that bull. The Prince Willie Joe and Lord Grayson. They're just amazing. Amazing. Both of them. Don't you pump. If he pops a hole in that, guys, I swear to God. The reason I even bring that up is because anybody who knows about livestock, as far as when it comes to bulls, and every time that you list a bull, they always, oh no, Waylon, stop it. Waylon Eugene Morrow, stop it. I'm gonna spray you. I'm gonna spray you with this water hose. I don't wanna spray you. I don't. All right, Prince, I'm not scared of Prince. I'm only scared of Waylon. It looks like that water is just not, is it filling level? It looks pretty level, even though when you eyeball it, you can't tell it to be level. Okay, if Waylon would just walk away, I could walk out of here, guys, but you understand why I'm hanging around. Because I'm afraid he's gonna come over and start pushing it around again. He almost did right then. You gotta stretch your neck a little bit further, buddy. Don't be mean to Lord Grayson, he's thirsty too. You guys are gonna be able to get all kinds of water here. That tree will keep it shaded for most of the morning and is only gonna start getting direct sunlight afternoon, but it won't be long before the sun goes behind that tree over there and we'll be fine. Because before you go crazy, remember, their other water troughs were over here they had a lot more direct sun. So this here will give the water a lot more shade. And I turned the drain valve over here so I can hook up my hose to it and hopefully drain it right outside the gate, maybe into the ditch, and we can let all this here dry up. All this is gonna dry up on us, okay? Which is what we want. Don't start pushing that thing around. Guys, I'm sorry. I know you don't want to just stay here and watch water fill, but I don't know what to do. If I walk away, I'm afraid he's gonna come back and start pushing on it. And if he starts pushing on it, then we're gonna have to come right back in here again and try to reset it. But at some point, it's gonna be too heavy for me to move. And I can't drag it when it's full. I'll have to drain everything out to drag it back into place. And I don't want to do that. We're trying to let this ground here dry up. But in case you're wondering why it's so wet here, the bulls turned over that water trough yesterday. They turned over 150 gallons of water and it just saturated all of this here. Don't come over here, Chucky. Chuck's like, well, I would like a drink of that water. I won't stand here the whole time, but I'll stand here till it's at least to that first line. Once the water's to that first line, I'll go ahead and walk on out of here with you all. Thank you guys for joining me on a job. We don't get a chance to video a lot of jobs being done, but that was a job that I wanted to do. I need to go over and let the horses out. I need to also go turn this water off behind me, but I don't want to walk into all of that muck. But I may have to, because I can turn it off from right there. There's a valve right there that I can turn it off. Let me grab my spanky stick just in case I need it for chuckers. I'm not gonna swat you. If you're only coming for water, I'm not gonna swat at you. Get you a drink. So I just now picked up my spanky stick for it just in case. I don't think he wants to mess with me though. I think he just wants a drink of water. We hope. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a chance and walk on around and get on out of here. Let that water keep filling. I don't think that Chuck will push it. I don't think that the little guys will push on it. I'm afraid the one who's gonna push it will be Waylon. He may walk back over here and start pushing on it. We're gonna hope that he doesn't. And then we also hope that Chuck doesn't pull my water hose out of there. Looks like Prince Willie Joe can reach the water now. He's getting him a drink. That's good. Chuck, don't you start pushing on it now. All right, I think that we're okay here. And like I said, we're gonna keep our eye on it. Guys, I can be able to come over here every day and walk in here and turn that water back on. And we'll hope that it stays cleaner. with the cows than what it, wait, Chucky, don't do it. Chuck's like, I could sure scratch my horns here. I need a good horn scratching. No, you don't. You did a good job, Waylon. I'm not mad at you. Just don't want you to, I want you to leave your water. Y'all need water. He doesn't get it sometimes that when he turns his water over, that means they don't have something to drink out of. Okay. I'm going to close this back up. Keep our cows off the feed buggy by day. Whew-wee. That was something, huh? If you all would just say yourselves a little silent prayer that they allow the water to fill up far enough to where it's too heavy for Waylon to move it. That's what we're hoping for. And that Chuck does not knock that water hose out of there. That's what we do not want, Chuck to knock that water hose out of there. I'm gonna walk around so I can turn off the other water, the one they've knocked all wonky. I have water in this ditch over here, so I can't walk through there. But I will walk around this way. All right. So like I said, that blue lagoon is 500 gallons. And once I turn off this, we should have a lot more water flow into the other hose. Now we get a lot more water going into the other hose. Chucky, stop it. Let it fill up. I'm happy to see that the water must be getting heavy enough. Chuck did not move it. He pushed on it, but it did not actually move. But he sure tried. All right, so like I was saying, I have the drain valve. Where's my finger at? I have the drain valve right there facing this direction. So on the days, which I'm gonna probably try to do it once a week maybe, depends on how dirty the water gets. But I'll come by on those particular days and hook that drain hose onto it. And I can run that drain hose right here to this ditch and let it drain right down through here. This ditch stays wet pretty much all the time because of us draining water. But hopefully we can avoid all this mess over here. This is what we don't want to have, all this mucky, nasty stuff here in the corner. And that'll eventually dry out if I can keep it dry from having cows not spilling water everywhere. Please do not knock that water hose out of there. I want to keep this filling up. I can kind of see through the water trough and I can see the water line. And believe it or not, it looks pretty level. I'm surprised. I know I kind of eyeballed the ground and thought it looked more level over there. Oh, he's like, I'm just so thirsty and I can't wait. I'm gonna have to walk in the mud to get me some fresh water. Oh, see, we don't want them having to do this. We're trying to avoid this right here. This is why we do what we do, guys. This is what we're trying to do, trying to avoid this mess right here. This is so sad to me. They have to wade in mud up to their kneecaps to get a drink of water, and that's sad. You don't want that. Any hoofed animal should not have to wade into mud. Now, a little bit of moisture is good for the hooves, but you don't want them having to just walk around and wade in it. So that's what we're gonna try to avoid, this over here. So he's just really thirsty and he can't reach to get a drink. Not yet, he'll be able to reach later though, okay? Prince Willie Joe's reaching fine. I can see water all over Prince Willie Joe's mouth. He's able to drink with no problem. Chuck, be sweet. Chuck just jabbed him in the ass. Chuck, you can all share the water. There's 500 gallons there, okay? Isn't that sweet? Isn't Lord Grayson just so sweet looking, y'all? All right. Well, I do think that we have enough water in there to where they can't be moving it. Now, I cannot put the automatic water filler on there. I have a bubble float, but I can't put it on there because they will knock it off. And that's going to defeat the entire purpose. But by having 500 gallons of water, if I can fill it up and get almost the full thing filled, I can probably have to fill it up every couple of days or so. I don't know how much water they'll drink per day. I'll keep an eye on it. I mean, we can see it very easily. And I'll just sneak in there as I need to and throw a hose to it. And guys, I hope that you notice something. For those people who think I cannot go into my pastures, guys, I can go in my pastures easy enough. But I have to take something with me as a deterrent for a just in case. So today I took the air blower and a spanky stick. And so don't believe those people who say you can't even walk into your pastures. Yeah, you can walk into your pastures. I go into any pasture I need to. But I have to make sure that I keep my head on a swivel. And that's something that you've learned from working with a lot of our animals. Our bulls and our big birds. Even animals like Rita, guys, you got to keep your head on a swivel. If you're not always aware, and you can never just put your guard down. So when you go in there with the bulls, it's not like it's a death wish. It's just that you better be ready to have some kind of something to shoo them away if they want to play. And I say if they want to play. Chuck does not want to hurt anybody. Chuck's not a killer bull. He's not a fighting bull. He's a playful bull who has no fear / respect for a man. And he's just like he plays with other bulls. Whenever a man goes in there, he wants to play with me. He wants to play. Yet I can't keep up. You can't play with a bull that size. And that's what Justin discovered, is that he was cute when he was little. You could grab his horns and twist him and wrestle with him and have all kinds of fun. But when they get to a certain size, now it's no longer fun. Now it's dangerous. And so that's the biggest misconception with Chuck, that he's not a fighting bull. Not at all. He's a playful bull. Don't mess with that, Chucky Poo. That's my on-off valve for my drain. I don't want them to step on that. All right, that water is deep enough. Chuck, Chucky, Chucky Poo. He's like, but it's so fun to test my strength. You're a strong guy, Chucky. All right, well, we're going to take a chance and walk away. Guys, I don't know why we're doing this. We're going to take a chance and walk away. Let that keep filling up. I'm going to go let the horses out. And then we'll come back and see where we're at over here, okay? You guys still with me? Now, remember, you don't have to be. I am not trying to keep you all morning. Can anyone tell me what time it actually is? Like, what time is it right now? My time. I'm Central Time Zone. $8:30. So it's 8:30 something. Okay, so I should probably go ahead and let you guys go. I can't leave right away. You're welcome to stay if you want to. I can't leave until I get that water at least 3/4 of the way filled up. So I'm going to be here for a while longer. I have to let that water fill before I can go anywhere. And I'll come over here and get my drain hose out of this pasture. I'll fill up this horse water, let the horses out, and then keep watching that water trough over there. I just hope those bulls don't mess with it and move it around. I wish they would get a drink and then just go off to graze, but right now it's kind of like the new toy. They got them a new toy. Look, there's a squirrel. Hello. Man. We're having another delivery of hay come on Saturday. Y'all give me one moment. I gotta do something over here real fast. Okay, we'll let that water fill up. I got this water over here filling up. All of our longhorn over here along the tree line, they've already found themselves a shade. It's getting to be that time of day, friends. So as of right now, Chuck is the only bull who's still standing around the Blue Lagoon water trough. Prince Willie Joe, Lord Grayson have walked off. Waylon is still looking at me. Chuck is just so curious about that Blue Lagoon. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm back to let you all out. Are you so mad at Daddy for leaving you in here? Yes? Well, I'm back now, Roman. I'm back. Come on out. Hey, Rita. Daddy had to do a job, okay? I left you in so I could do a little job. I had to work a little bit, okay? I do love you, though. Such a beautiful girl. Gemma, I'm back, sweetie. You want to come on out? There you go, love. There you go, sweet Gemma. You're out, sweetie. Oh, baby, you're such a mess. You are such a mess. You know that? All right, Rita's out. Rita's like, thank you so lot, Dad. I'm going to go see what Roman's doing. Roman, I'm coming into your room with you. No, you're not going to go in Rita's room. You are not going to go in Rita's room and mess with her stuff. Look at her. You want to go in there and look at her posters? I just want to look at her Taylor Swift poster. You're not going to go look at her Taylor Swift posters, okay? No, you're not. You need to get a hairbrush. Look at you. Look at you. How does one do this? How does one do this to themselves? How does one make such a mess? How does one make such a mess of themselves, sweetie? How do you do that? How do you do that, baby? How does one make such a big mess, huh? Oh, baby girl. Let me get a brush, okay? Let me get a brush. I'm gonna get a brush after her. Let me get a brush after her. Rita, you stay right in there. Do not mess with me and Gemma while I get a brush after her. There we go. Gemma, you don't have to come in here with me. There, look. Can you back up a little bit so I can come out? I want to come out. Hey, Roman. Roman like, oh, a brush, eh? Roman, I'm doing some brushing. Would you like some brushing? I'll put the camera down so we can do some brushing on Roman. Here. Here. Feel good? That feels so good? You're such a big guy. You're such a big fella. you are such a good boy. Such a wonderful fella. So handsome and strong. So handsome and strong, Roman. So strong and handsome, yes you are. Can I try something real fast? Let's try something real fast. Easy. Easy. Be sweet to Gemma. Be sweet to Gemma. Gemma's not bothering nobody. Be sweet to Gemma, okay? Look at that sweat just pouring off, y'all. Roman's being a really good guy. He's being so good to Daddy. He let me play with his front feet a little bit. I got to do a little play, like a little play picking. Just play picking. I didn't do a serious picking. You guys know that. But I got to play pick. I got to play pick. It's fun to be able to play with your feet, Roman. He has such a little Amish boy haircut look. He looks like a little Amish boy. He has a little Amish boy haircut. He looks like, hey guys, who was that actor who played alongside, oh my gosh. Oh, it's one of those comedies. And one of those, it was a comedy, and one of them played the role of an Amish kid. Roman, that's how you look. Like a little Amish fella. He looks like a little Amish man. Look, y'all. I don't know if it was Jim Carrey. I think it was, Chris Farley. I think it was one of the guys, but it was the other guy, Chris Farley and somebody else, but I don't remember the name of it. Was that Dumb and Dumber? Was that Dumb and Dumber where one of them was Amish? And he had a little Amish boy haircut. It might have been Dumb and Dumber. I don't remember. I'm not laughing at you, Roman. I think it's cute. I think it's so cute that you have a little Amish boy haircut, okay? We're not going to spray for flies today. We're good on flies. There's a couple, but there's nothing like horse flies, and there's nothing major going on with flies, okay? Let's have a peek real fast at our... Let's have a peek at our water trough, because I can't leave here until I turn that water off. Oh no. All of the bulls have gathered around the water trough now. All of the bulls have gathered around the blue hole, the blue lagoon. Great. All of the bulls have gathered around the blue lagoon. No, it's okay. It's just Chucky. Just Chucky's around the blue lagoon. Come on, Gemma, hurry. Let's get a spray down. We're going to spray her down to start her day. Oh, sweat is just pouring off. My hat is saturated all the way through. That's what happens. And it's not like I'm working. It's not like there's like physical labor. It's just the humidity. It's just the humidity. It's just something else. And let's spray this girl down over here. Over here, Gemma. Come over here so I can spray you over here. Come here. Come here, love. Gemma. Over here. Gemma. Easy. Whoa. I don't think Gemma cares much about the phone. She's like, I'm not here to be videoed. I'm not here for videos. Gemma, yes you are. People love you. Come on, Rita. If I can spray her down and cool her off a little bit, she'll be able to start her day nice and cooled off. Want a drink? You want a drink? You good? Leave my phone alone. Gemma? Gemma? Leave Daddy's phone alone. She knows his phone is something. Feel good, baby? You feel ready to start your day? Oh, you're a lot cleaner now than what you were. Okay. I think you're good. Guys, we have a very interesting and scary video coming up at noon. I hope that you'll take time to watch that. I really am going to let you guys go now. I've had you for a while. I'm going to continue to watch my water, get a few other things done here. But I want to say thank you for spending as much time with me today as what you did, hanging out with me and the horses and the cows, being there in case I needed you. No, ma'am, you're not having the drain hose. She's not having the drain hose. You were there in case I needed you with those bulls. And I think that we're going to be a lot better off now with that larger water trough. I can promise you that. I'm going to make my way over to fill up the water troughs here in the back for the cows. Drop my drain hose off right over here. And then I'll sneak back up front and check that water. Oh Lord, I hope that hose is not knocked out of there. Gosh darn it, guys, give me a moment here. I think that Chucky may have knocked that water hose out of there. Darn it, Chucky. I can't see the water hoses going into the Blue Lagoon. I can't see the water hose going over the top of it. Oh, yes I do. It's going over. Okay, that's good. We'll walk over anyway. You guys come with me. Let's get a couple of muffins to offer to Chucky while we're here at the side-by-side. And we will leave you all with a nice video up close of Chucky Poo. Our good fella. Yo, good boy. All right, we got us a whole handful here. This ought to be enough for Chucky and his friends. Now, the only problem is I don't want Chuck having to walk through mud to get to his muffin. It's going to take this water a while to fill up. Hey, Chucky, I got some snacks. I got some muffin snacks. I got some delicious muffin snacks here. You want to walk to the mud to get to them? You're like, it ain't worth it? You don't want to get your feet dirty? Guys, he does not want to get his feet dirty. He's like, walk over there and I'll come get them. Okay, come on, Chucky, come over here and get them. He goes, if you walk over there, maybe I'll walk and grab one or two. Have me a breakfast muffin. Come on over, Chucky. He's like, I'm enjoying watching this water fill up too, though. I don't know what's more important, to watch the water fill up. I'm kind of the supervisor. I'm in charge of the Blue Lagoon. They put me in charge. I am Uncle Chuck, and they put me in charge of water. Let me do a quick taste test before Lord Grayson drinks contaminated water. I guess it's going to be okay. Go ahead, Lord Grayson, have a drink. I guess you're okay, Lord Grayson, to drink some. Chuck, is it delicious? Is it so yummy? He's like, hold on, it takes a minute to get the full aftertaste. All right, so I'm standing here with muffins and nobody wants one. What makes you all so darn spoiled where you don't even want a muffin when you're offered one? I'm offering muffins and nobody wants one. These two over here would rather drink fresh water. What does that tell you? How sad is that, that they prefer to have fresh water over a delicious, fatty muffin? Well, okay. All right, friends. Well, I am going to let you guys go. I know I've been saying it for a while, but I really am going to let you guys go. I'm happy to announce that the bulls have a very large supply, 500 gallons of fresh, clean water. I will stick around here long enough to make sure that that gets filled up before I leave, and I'll turn that off. They have a pasture of delicious green grass, very nutritious. I mowed it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, so you know that the grass they're getting is very full of nutrition. And they have shade from the elements, shelter on those cold or rainy nights. They also have themselves a feed buggy they can go to in case they need a little bit of extra nutrition. And they have a dad who offers them delicious muffins for a snack on occasion. They have a way to get the insects repelled so they're not eat up by insects. Even though you see a few on him right now, they're not like crawling all over him the way we've seen in the past. Okay, that's 5 muffins. I think that's 5 is enough. 5 is enough muffins for one little bull, okay? Thank you for letting my water trough fill up without messing with it. Lord Grayson, don't even think about it. Here you go. I guess you can have more. No one else is coming to get any. Chucky, would you like a muffin or not? I'm just going to throw these over at Chuck. I'm not throwing them at Chuck. I'm going to throw them over to Chuck. Chuck can eat them off the ground. Chuck, left-handed throw. Oh, God, it almost went in the water. That would have been horrible had they gone into the water. They landed right beside the water trough. Chuck found them. Guys, that was my left hand, so I put a little bit extra force to it, not knowing how much force I was putting behind it. All right, Chuck has got himself a muffin. Okay, friends, thank y'all for watching. We love you. We're very, very blessed to have you. I'm going to start getting a few things put away, get my backwater trough filled up, and we'll be getting out of here. We'll see you guys at noon on the Longhorn Lester channel for a interesting video. I'll just say interesting and quite scary. All right, have a good one, friends. We love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next video.